is a grammar or catalogue of companies' activities such as producing renewable energy or making electric cars, as well as criteria for these activities to be considered sustainable. In 2018, the EU created a group of technical experts from the financial and corporate world to define the criteria for the taxonomy. In 2020, these experts published their final report. The report was used as base to create the regulation that was voted by the EU Parliament in July 2020. The EU has set itself ambitious environmental objectives, not least to become carbon neutral by 2050. To achieve that, it is evident that a vast amount of capital will need to be reallocated towards sustainable activities aligned with that objective. Companies, they make the goods and services that will allow the EU to fulfill these environmental objectives. That's why the taxonomy defines what are the criteria for these companies to achieve these objectives. Investors, obviously through their capital allocation decisions, but also through the new green financial products that are being created to harness the potential of the taxonomy. Governments could integrate the taxonomy rules into the rules presiding over subsidies. We could also imagine the ECB integrating the taxonomy criteria into a green asset purchasing program. The application of the taxonomy will be phased over a number of years. By 2022, investors and companies alike will need to start disclosing to what extent what they do, what they finance, integrates the taxonomy criteria. Then, by the following year, we should have an extension of the scope of the taxonomy to cover not only climate change mitigation and adaptation, as is the case today, but also other environmental objectives such as achieving a circular economy, reducing waste, or safeguarding water resources. By 2023, we should also have a European ECOLABEL of green financial products based on the criteria of the taxonomy. The taxonomy actually already integrates some social dimensions. For instance, in order to be eligible, a company has to meet some minimum standards in terms of human rights protection or minimum labor standards. For a fully fledged social taxonomy to be created, the EU would need to define what are its social objectives, something that has not always been as evident as defining its environmental objective.